Clarence, I want to get your reaction to a major story in the area this week about these labs discovered in Reedley and the connection to China. Does that concern you? And have you been talking to the likes of the governor's office and the attorney general's office to see what kind of investigation is going on?
This is very disturbing. I met with a number of leaders here from county to city and others about this. What can be real concerning is what was going on in that lab, what was not being reported in that lab. The funding of that lab is, I know the FBI is involved now as well. One of the first things I did becoming speaker was to create a select committee on China. I want to make sure it was bipartisan. I think one of the biggest things that we have failed at through the years is we have not spoken with one voice. When you look at what's going on in our own soil, what's going on in our own background here is a lab that is studying, doing things that they did not have jurisdiction or policy or rights to. But if it wasn't for code enforcement or a fire, we would have never known about it. They were selling test kits that weren't right. They were doing research that wasn't allowed. My concern is to get to the bottom of what happened here, but also look is where is this happening other parts of this country as well. And I'm going to take this back to the Select Committee on China in dealing with it as well and working with the FBI.
Are you aware of these labs popping up? Are they a problem? Are you aware of other labs like this?
There's more than just this, and it's more than just labs from what China has been doing in America, on our college campuses, on the spying, on the stealing of our technology. We've watched spies build relationships with members of Congress. With Swalwell, we've watched Chinese, the driver for a decade for Feinstein was a Chinese spy as well. But to have a lab in this neighborhood, to be studying, we all know where COVID came from, and the other damage can be done with the modification of mice in there. Why were they doing that? The code specs of how they were studying these different diseases that could be transmitted out into the area were very concerning, but going beyond what the scope they're allowed to. Now we're finding out that the governor of California provided him with $360,000 in this process too, and wanting to move. So there's a lot of more questions that need to be answered, and I'm going to follow up with the FBI to make sure we can find not only what happened here, but if it's happening anywhere else.